Welcome back to the Ryukyu World Conquest. Streaming in the middle of the night because consistency is for yogurts. It is now the 8th of July, 1798, and things don't look so good, but they could look a lot worse. I've managed to trigger the religious unity mission time and time again, and thanks to that we are looking at positive diplomatic power for the first time in decades. I would love to just keep doing the trick to get a safety net of diplo points, but there is simply no time. I have just enough to ensure that Denmark becomes part of our greater nation. If you see there, we're 18 out of 35 months of annexation on them. So we've got 17 months left to go, which means 17 months of losing 50 diplomatic power every month. We have just enough, with maybe just a little left over if we need to pay down any war exhaustion. Admin's looking alright as well, and annexing Denmark will give us 28,000 troops, which I'll be muckle grateful for. Most importantly though, it'll give us a border with Sweden. We need that border to holy war them. The other option is Sweden might join in if I attack Great Britain, but I don't like mights. Oh boy. As ever, any problems with the audio or visual, please highlight it in chat, tag your message with Jake or DDR. Holy war them. Whoa, let's get rid of that. Leave it to me to not fiddle about with my audio. So how's Castile looking? Well, not too great for them. Managed to sit on all these sieges and get them fully sieged up here. I landed an expedition force in Brazil, mostly to crush the Castilian Brazil army, for they are still at military 29. I made them pay for that. With this stack here, who's now walking up to be in position for the next war, where I can quickly rush these two provinces and hold the line here so that New Granada and Mexico can't push back. The thing is, I need to take 100% of Castile's provinces, if not in the next war, then the one after, because getting war score is quite tricky against someone with so many colonial nations. The other concern is getting these three provinces, and that's a bigger concern because it's in more hostile territory, since I can't march through Portuguese land. However, that's where this expeditionary force comes in. Currently split in half. I want to get them over to these provinces, however this fleet might have a thing or two to say about that. I'm hoping that they go away, and even if they don't, I should have something up my sleeve to snake my way around them. So what do we do now? Well, thankfully, if you'll remember last time, our war score wasn't looking too great. That's because there are just so many of these colonial nations. They count towards the it's like fighting a coalition. You have to 100% the whole thing if you want 100%. Fortunately, some pretty good battles swung the war score heavily in our favour. Due to battles, an extra 22, we were looking at negative before. Just look how little the provinces count. Thankfully the ones that they occupy count for diddly squat. So, and I wrote down my next steps so that I don't forget, but I wrote down two different conflicting papers, so I'm not sure which to believe. I'm going to go with the one that says, kill Castile. And this is the kind of peace we're looking for. Just cut off as many fronts as we have to. If we reduce the African armpit down to just those three provinces, that should be no problem. Unfortunately, we don't have these lands occupied to take. And we completely remove Castile from the Asian race. I just realised I left the windows open. Hold on. So thankfully we were able to squeeze in a 99% peace offer. In fact, yeah, 100 looks even better. Unfortunately, I don't want to make them bankrupt, so we'll leave it at that. So this seems like quite the agreeable peace offer. Some of these provinces that we're not taking, do not worry about them. They are Brunei's. Brunei is Castile's protectorate. We shall We shall take those lands in our own time. Although, remember that I was... this is one of the first provinces I laid siege to, and it's still holding strong. It's nothing special either. I mean, it's level 5 fort, but France had more fort defense. This siege has been going on for 1,637 days. Well, no sense worrying about it. Jake, is that a red island province in the Pacific Ocean southwest of Hawaii? What are you talking about? You mean this one? It's Hawaii. Sorry, it's Brunei. So I don't have to occupy it. I will get them when I annex Castile. Jake, there's one more island in the southeast of Japan. Don't you worry me. If you mean this one, that's Brunei. Jake, are you sure someone at the same tech group can be a protectorate of you? To be honest, I'm not sure, but I think it will. After all, these protectorates transferred to me, I'm sure the other ones will as well. Anyway, enough pussyfooting around. Let's also remember that we took Madagascar. I'm grateful for that. So, some good peace dealing going on. Let's do it. Now, there is something I'm ever so slightly concerned about following this. And that is that Castile will very quickly make an alliance with Portugal. They are, after all, friendly towards each other with positive relations. There's very little reason they wouldn't ally. Although someone sabotaged Portugal's reputation? See, I like that. So the concern here is that I want to be warring with Castile pretty much instantly to prevent them from, oh well, Portugal decided to become Defender of the Faith instead. We do indeed laugh at their pretensions, but we can get around that completely according to my piece of paper here that says Dao Songhai. Songhai is a protectorate of Castile. Oh, we don't have holy war on them till the tick of the month. Foolish move by me. But there's something you can do to make that happen. What is it? Well, I forget. We'll get it at the tick of the month. Meantime, let's reposition our troops here. What's this fleet doing? It's going south. That's Peter Perfect. 13,000 ships. I'm sure I had you set about for a reason. Probably had something to do with going over here. So I'm going to assume it was. Let's send you back over. As for you, I want you to get on that ship. We're going to meet up with our friends in Kanai, and then we're going to get you all over here. Our overextension is indeed dangerously high. Can't believe we're still coring some of these provinces. But not to worry. Alright, Castile, just don't ally Portugal and everyone gets out of here alive. Alright, Samtoy. I was planning on having that get colonized so I would pop up with the religious unity thing. I'd forgot that I took all this land. And now my religious unity is tanked at 93. However, I could always add a new policy to spring it all the way up to 100. Spy offense and religious unity. I wonder if it's worth it. See, I can't undo it for another 10 years, just in case I desperately need diplomatic for something. We'll take this one, that should be enough. As for you, we shall recall you. And note that we get 120 per year here, so I want to take that all the way down. Down to 0 per year. That way I can hold on to Samtoy without completing it. Just in case I need it later on. Yeesh. Okay, so we don't get Holy War here until the end of the month, which is a shame. So I want Holy War. But you refuse to ally Portugal. We've been discovered supporting rebs. That's not a problem. The Castilian peasants have ran away, so no need to worry about that until we're at war again. Turn of the month ticks. Okay, not even, but I think it's because someone embargoed us. Yeah, that's what we needed. In any case, we've got Holy War on Songhai, that drags in Inca, who we don't care about, Castile, who we do care about, and Quilwa, who we also don't care about. They probably won't become war leader. They almost certainly won't. Their fleet is a bit infuriating, though. Let's hope it just goes away. Get West American troops in positions also written on my piece of paper, but there's just no time. I can't risk this unholy alliance. Also, I am so not fond of the amount of infantry I have left. The amount of troops I have is pitiful. But I have no easy way to get tons of them. We're recruiting mercs as fast as we can. I've got some more troops rising up, but I just don't have the manpower for it. And I have to dedicate plenty to America, or else nothing's going to get done over here. Jake, don't you want to conquer Inca in this war? Nah, it's too much of a commitment. I'll fight Inca by taking English Columbia. Yeah, that sounds feasible. Quite happy that Morocco got Fez back. I wish Fez got it, but well, Fez should just be happy they exist. Alright, Songhai, let's do this thing. No stability loss, no war exhaustion. These are both very good things. Let us honor our ancestors, and let us get killing. So let me think. Specifically left these three because they're level 1 forts. So our cannons should make short work of them. Also with pitiful fort defense, he's only getting +10 from luck. Also, there's another thing I want to show off. Lucky nations, when they're annexed, the luck transfers to another nation. Castilian La Plata is lucky enough to get luck. A nation which becomes a vassal loses its lucky status. So France still has monstrous fort defense, but not from their luck. Jake, won't English Colombian lands go immediately to your colonial nation in that area? Ooh, now, you better believe I didn't think of that one. However, if we look at colonial regions, one of them is indeed part of New Granada. However, the other one is part of Peru. Ah, oh, damn, we've already got Castilian Peru and Cosmopolitan Peru. But all is not lost. It won't immediately transfer. It'll take a day. During that day, I'll forge a claim so that I can declare war over there. All is not lost. Don't you worry, girly. Still, a bit of an oversight on my part. 18,000 men. Not 18,000 men. Plains and jungle, plains and jungle. Very low supply limit. Okay, take 10 of our cannons, stick them there. The rest of you folks move up there. You go there. I want another general taking charge of Comania. Okay, a bit doki doki in my heart because there's only 21 years to go. And if I make any big mistakes, it's game over. I'm being told to explore these islands. I don't think there's any islands here. And these ones I can get them when I'm at war later on. So, Quilwa decided not to get involved. Well, that works handsomely for me. I can get my troops off of the revolting mess that will be the shut down everything island. Castile must have spent all of their dip paying down war exhaustion because it used to be at 20. Okay, what am I hesitating for here? I need to go all out. Forgot that I took you. Get more of our troops back. You're being dealt with. You will be dealt with. That leaves Americas. You need a bit of time. And I'd rather my vassals carpeted Castile for me, but perhaps I should not be so counting on them so much. It'll take him a while to hire these troops anyway. Jake, don't forget that West Coast US-Canada fleet that Castile has. You mean the one that's heading south? Shouldn't be a problem as long as it keeps heading south. The Ottomans are here to help us out. But how? The Ottomans don't have the naval range to be out here. Unless they... Now they're sitting in the ocean. Castile peasants. They'll just be watching. They'll just be walking from one. Don't tell me they're going to walk all the way back to Castile, because that would be hilarious. Thanks, Songhai. You just keep doing what you do. That should take care of you. As for you, you're a whole bunch of infantry that could be put to better use back in the home front, but at the same time I want to be able to deal with any Portuguese curveballs. I need to fight Mali though. In fact, I made a list of every independent nation on Earth that I need to take care of, and Mali and Kanem-Bornu are two of those. They happen to be at war with each other, but war is hell. Got both of you. Let's get you back to the happy land of Chinook. Jake, what is the ETA on annexing Denmark? The ETA is when I have 0 diplomatic power. 15 months of minus 50 diplo power. So I should have 125 dip the moment I annex them. Again, Kiowa could get involved. Let's get our troops out of here before Kiowa does that. Also, shouldn't they have lost Defender of the Faith for declining a call to arms? Or of these silly auto call to arm rules, are they overruling me? Malayla, not a problem. Right, our vassals seem to be trying to get into place here, which is great for me. I've got these sieges going. I could just assault them. They've got hardly anyone in them. That'll get them over with faster, and it would allow me to press the advantage. After all, this is a holy war. We need to win the wars. Fortunately, Castilian Mexico and Portuguese Mexico are duking it out. Florida's a slight concern, granted. So much to worry about in so little time. Yeah, we far outnumber them. Let's just hit that assault. Can't be dealing with any of this attrition. Seems legitimate. Still seems like a waste just having these troops sitting here, but I don't want to burn my attrition. Whatever do I do? No, Jake, that's a great idea. March on Inca. We'll get that the border the way we want to. I wonder if I could just send you. Do you number high enough? Did New Granada number low enough? All this excitement and more. Total of 30,000. No, that's La Plata. I'm looking for New Granada. Pshaw. Inca themselves are something to worry about with their numbers. Let's do that then, and hope that nobody comes along to fight for these lands. Could also smack down some armies here, but I think it is important that I get that border with Inca, if not fully annex them. Let's play Falling. Good evening. Welcome to the Ryukyu Nightmare. Well, it's a nightmare for some. I got my troops away from there. Let us deal with the Mali. Mali's barely got any technology. They shouldn't be too hard to take care of. They have some high fort levels though, so perhaps I should be getting my cannons involved over here. Just please don't revolt around these lands. I think Bure is near Bonn, is it not? Nope, nope, couldn't be more wrong. Right, here are more cannons that could be joining the fray. Maybe not that fray. He cut me. In fact, I have very little in the way of options of getting down south now, thanks to that. I'm only talking 4 lightships, so I could go and decimate it, no problem. Provided he doesn't have any friends with big navies around there. I should keep an eye on this just in case. Being told I would make a great pornography narrator. I don't know. Alright, 20 lightships making their way up. Surely we could smash them. Oh, now that I don't want. 50 diplo power. Let's not have any more of those, please. Let's definitely not have that. Okay. Auto-clicker, welcome back to employment. It's going to lose me a bunch of manpower, so let's nullify that by already spending our manpower. And then taking it back. The war exhaustion's a bit of a bummer, though. Okay, they have quite the number of light ships, but I'll take care of you. Shoot me down if you can. Jeez, I'm getting flooded with bad events faster than ever before now. At least crushing all these armies should increase my war score handsomely. Great, you guys are ready. You're also drinking the attrition. So other than the mercs, everyone else jimmy up. And what do we do? You're all fort level 1. And I don't think anyone's going to march to these areas to stop me. So if I just send out detachments of 5 artillery. These guys should fall in no time. Whilst this detachment remains here to hold the front line. Of course, it would be really bad if Florida was able to march through English Louisiana. Especially since Louisiana is threatened by them and you're neutral, so you'll probably grant it. British Louisiana and British Columbia give military access to Florida. That's a problem. Okay, change of ideas then. We'll make various detachments of you. You're this... No, you're not safe at all. You've got border there. You're all pretty unsafe then. Well... you just do what comes naturally. I was thinking that would be a sure win. Apparently not. We also need to fight... we also need to fight Kanem-Bornu. Because when we release Castile, we're not going to have any of this land left. For borders. Kanem-Bornu has access to Songhai. They probably could march over and destroy our cannons. These are both fort level 4, so I can't easily march on them. So we'll do that. You folks march over there to deal with Kanem-Bornu. We did engage in the Canarian Sea, and well, thank God, I thought that was armor all going down. We got you. Don't you worry. You're in safe hands now. Do we really want some more cannons down south? Surely they would be better positioned up north. See, once I deal with these guys, I can just march over to Portugal. I'll get Congo as a protectorate when I annex you. But there's going to be a lot of Portuguese and Kiel ones to take care of around here. Alright, you guys are ready. Now what should you deal with? I think I should have you in position to deal with the Portuguese menace. And the Kiel ones, because I'll need to spread myself pretty thin here. Mostly level 1 forts. Maybe not mostly. Still, that army should be enough. Which means I will not have much to take on Great Britain with. As for Sweden, I'm going to have to rely entirely on my vassals. Well, I'd be lying if I said it looked good, but that just adds to the excitement. I don't think you need to be led by our greatest ruler either. Our greatest general, rather. Let's get all you folks down south. Some admirable stuff going on over here, and there's no sign of the Floridans over here. Our manpower is holding steady, even if it's very, very low. Jake, did you need to siege Gao? Yes, I do need to siege Gao. Another fort level 4. Tell you what, you can siege Gao. Curses. He's marching on Gurma on the 15th. I won't be able to catch him unless Eki gets on the case. In which case I do catch him. I'll slaughter whatever backup he has, and then return back to deal with the Bornu. You can march on Gao. That's all she wrote. There's the Florida. They're low in number but high in everything else.